Yes, in lower classes, you learned about equations. We learned that an equation is a statement of equality containing an unknown quantity in it. For example, 2x plus 3 equals to 5. Here we are making a statement that 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. So it is a statement of equality because it contains this sign, equal to sign. And it contains an unknown quantity x in it, which we call as the variable. So we say that 2x plus 3 equals to 5 is an example of an equation. But sometimes we come across a situation like 2x plus 3 is less than 5, or 2x plus 3 is greater than 5, or we can have the situation 2x plus 3 is less than equal to 5, or we can have the situation 2x plus 3 is greater than equal to 5. So here these signs, that is less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, they are called as a sign of inequality. So today we are going to study inequalities, right? So how do we define an inequality? Yes, two real numbers or algebraic expressions connected by the sign this, this, this or this is called an inequality. For example, 2 less than 3. Here two numbers are connected by this sign, so it forms an inequality, right? And we read this as 2 is less than 3. Similarly here, 3x greater than or equal to 6. Here two algebraic expressions are connected by this sign. So therefore it is also an example of inequality, and we read this as 3x is greater than or equal to 6. This is for greater than, and when I use this, it becomes greater than or equal to 6. Right? Now here, in this inequality, there is no variable. So we call this as numerical inequality. And here in this inequality, there is a variable. So we call this as literal inequality, right? So here we have examples of inequalities. First is this, and we read this as x is less than a. The symbol we read as x is less than a. Second, we have x less than equal to a. Yes, we read this as x is less than or equal to a. Next we have this, and we read this as x is greater than a. And here we read this as x is greater than or equal to a. Right? Now, px is less than a. Right? Here px is a polynomial. If degree of this polynomial is 1, we say that it is a linear inequality. If degree of this polynomial px is 2, we say that it is a quadratic inequality. And if the degree is 3, we say that it is a cubic inequality, right? So in this chapter, we shall restrict ourselves to the study of linear inequalities, right? So the general form of a linear inequality in one variable is ax plus b less than 0 or ax plus b greater than 0, ax plus b less than equal to 0, ax plus b greater than equal to 0, where a and b are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Yes, it is a linear inequality in one variable because this expression, this polynomial has degree 1 and there is only one variable in it. So it is an example of linear inequality in one variable. So linear inequality in one variable can be of these forms. Now out of these two are called strict inequalities, right? Because ax plus b is strictly less than 0 and here ax plus b is strictly greater than 0. And these two are called as slack inequalities, right? Because ax plus b is less than or equal to 0. It is not strictly less than 0. It can be equal to 0 also. Here also ax plus b is not strictly greater than 0. It can be equal to 0 also. So this and this, they give the slack inequalities, and this give the strict inequality. This is used for slack and this is used for strict inequality. So 2x plus 5 less than equal to 3. It is an linear inequality in one variable. And yes, it is a slack inequality because 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 3. X square minus 5x minus 6 greater than 0. As this is quadratic polynomial, so it is a quadratic inequality. Quadratic inequality, right? Next, 2x plus 3y greater than equal to 6. Yes, here it is a linear polynomial in two variables. So it is an example of linear inequality in two variables. And what are the variables? X and y. Yes, if I ask you, is this inequality strict or slack? Yes, it is slack, right? 3x plus 5 less than 8. Is it strict or slack? 3x plus 5 is strictly less than 8. So it is strict inequality. It is a linear inequality in one variable. Now we will discuss solution of linear inequality in one variable. Yes. By a solution of linear inequality in one variable, we mean the value of the variable which, when substituted in the inequality, makes it a true statement. For example, x plus 3 greater than 7. Yes, as it is a polynomial of degree 1, so it is a linear inequality in one variable, right? Now, if I put x equal to 5 in the inequality, I'll get 5 plus 3 greater than 7, that is 8 is greater than 7. Now tell me, 8 greater than 7, is it a true statement or a false? Yes, it is a true statement. So, when I put x equal to 5 in this inequality, I get a true statement. So, I say that x equal to 5 is a solution. Right? But if we put x equal to 1 in the inequality, I'll get 1 plus 3 greater than 7. That is 4 is greater than 7. Now tell me, is 4 greater than 7? No. So I get a false statement. So when I put x equal to 1 in the inequality, I obtain a false statement. So therefore I say x equal to 1 is not a solution. Right? So solution is that value of the variable which when substituted in the inequality makes it a true statement. Now we will learn how to solve a linear inequality in one variable. Yes, first remember few rules. The first is same number can be added to both sides of the inequality without affecting the sign of inequality. 2 is less than 3, right? If I add 1 to both sides, I have added same number to both the sides. Then 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3 is still less than 4. So when we add same number to both sides, the sign of inequality does not change. Right? Similarly, same number can be subtracted from both the sides of inequality without affecting the sign of inequality. That means if 5 is less than 8, if I subtract 2 from both sides, I have subtracted the same number from both the sides. Then 5 minus 2 is 3, 8 minus 2 is 6. So still 3 is less than 6. Similarly, both sides of inequality can be multiplied by same positive number. That means if I multiply both the sides of an inequality by a same positive number, then there will be no change in the sign of inequality. Also, both sides of inequality can be divided by the same positive number. If I divide both sides of inequality by the same positive number, then also the sign of inequality will not change. Right? But if we multiply or divide both sides of inequality by same negative number, then sign of inequality gets reversed. For example, 2 is less than 3. Suppose I multiply both sides by minus 1. 2 into minus 1, I'll get minus 2. 3 into minus 1, I'll get minus 3. But now here minus 2 is greater than minus 3. So you can see sign of inequality is reversed. Similarly, if I am given 3x is greater than 4. If I multiply both sides by minus 1, here I'll get minus 3x. Here I'll get minus 4. So this rule states that if we multiply both sides by the same negative number, then sign of inequality gets reversed. So this sign of inequality will get reversed. It will become this. So minus 3x will be less than minus 4. Right? And same holds for the division. If I divide both sides of inequality by the same negative number, then also the sign of inequality gets reversed. Now let's solve the inequality. 2x plus 3 less than 9. Case 1, when x is a natural number. Second case, when x is an integer. And third case, when x is a real number. Right? Okay, the inequality is 2x plus 3 less than 9. As we do in equations, we collect all the terms containing variable on one side and we transpose the remaining terms to the other side. So here I'll transpose 3 to the right hand side. Right? Yes, I'm given that 2x plus 3 is less than 9. Transposing 3 to the other side is same as subtracting 3 from both the sides, because when I subtract 3 from both the sides, here this 3 and minus 3 will get cancelled out, 2x, and here I'll get 9 minus 3, 6. And we know that when we subtract same number from both sides of inequality, the sign of inequality does not change. So yes, I can shift this 3 to the other side and I'll get 2x 9 minus 3. 3 when transposed to the right hand side, it will get minus 3. Right? And sign of inequality will not change. So I'll get 2x is less than 6. Right? Now I have to get the value of x. So x will be 6 over 2. Now please note, I have divided with the positive number. So sign of inequality will not change. So I'll get x is less than 3. Yes. So we have obtained x is less than 3. Now case 1, when x is a natural number. So when x is a natural number, then solution set will be, yes, natural numbers less than 3, 1 and 2. So in this case, the solution set will be the set consisting of elements 1 and 2. Second case, when x is an integer, yes, integers less than 3. In this case, the solution set will be, yes, integers less than 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2 and so on. So in the second case, solution set will be this set. Third, when x is a real number. Yes, now look here. This is the real number line, minus infinity to infinity. This is 3. X is less than 3. Strict inequality, so hollow circle. That means 3 is not a part of the solution. So x is less than 3, numbers less than 3 lie on this side. So solution set will be this set. So in this case, solution set will be the interval minus infinity to 3. Infinity side, we always put round bracket, and because 3 is not included, hollow circle on 3, so we will put a round bracket here. So in this case, solution set is the interval minus infinity to 3 opened at 3. Now let's take another question. Solve for real x and represent the solution set on the number line. Yes, the inequality is 4x plus 3 less than or equal to 6x plus 7. Right? Yes. Shift all the terms containing the variable on the left hand side. So I transpose 6x to this side. So I'll get 4x minus 6x, and I'll shift this 3 to the right hand side. 7 minus 3 and sign of inequality will not change, right? Here I'll get minus 2x less than equal to 4. Now here I have to get the value of x. So x will be 4 over minus 2. Now note here, I have divided with negative 2. The sign of inequality will get reversed, right? So x will be greater than equal to minus 2, right? So look here. This is the real number line minus infinity to infinity because I have to solve for real x. That means I have to find out the real numbers which satisfy this inequality. This is minus 2. Yes, inequality is slack. X can be equal to minus 2. So minus 2 is a part of the solution. So put a solid circle. Now x is greater than equal to minus 2. The numbers which are greater than or equal to minus 2 lie in this part. So this is the solution set. So solution set is the interval minus 2 to infinity, square bracket at minus 2 because we have a solid circle here, and round bracket here. Let's take another example. Solve for real x. 3 by 5 x minus 2 less than equal to 5 over 3 into 2 minus x. Yes, first I transpose this 5 to the side. As I have multiplied with a positive number, so sign of inequality will not change. Now I transpose this 3 to this side. Again I have multiplied with a positive number, the sign of inequality will not change. So it's 9 x minus 2 less than equal to 25 2 minus x. So it's 9x minus 18 minus 25x. Now shift this term to this side. 9x plus 25x less than equal to 50 plus 18. It's 34x less than equal to 68. So x will be 60 over 34. I have divided with a positive number. The sign of inequality will remain same. So x is less than equal to 2. So this is the number line minus infinity to infinity. This is 2. X can be equal to 2. So solid circle at 2. X less than equal to 2. So numbers less than equal to 2 will lie in this part. So this is the solution set. So solution set is minus infinity to 2 closed at